back out in front, a shot and a score. Get through the zone, they're right on the post side. Down, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's gonna be a shot! Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal!
And a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Roxbury Latin in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and another edition of North American Box Lacrosse League action here on Fans Only Sports Network as the Cambridge Nor'easters get set to take on the Rhody Rampage. And it's been a couple of days of lacrosse for us. Yesterday we saw the Mass Stallions get knocked off by the Maine Northmen 23-14, and today we see Rhody back in action after a 30-6 loss against the Maine Northmen in Portland, Maine last weekend against the Cambridge Nor'easters. Matt Gillis alongside Tim Duffy. Tim, welcome to indoor lacrosse, my friend. You've done a lot of outdoor games.
I have indeed. First lacrosse game since I was at Pilgrim High School back in May. It's been a while. It's been almost 2 months. I'm back and ready to do this once again. First NABLL game for me, so this is going to be a little bit of a different thing for me. Also, 2 different cameras today here on Fans Only Sports.
Yeah, as you take a look at Strzelski in net today for the Cambridge Nor'easters, and it's Church set to go.
This is pretty dope. They all have the last names on the jerseys.
And Church is going to scoop that one up on the illegal face-off maneuver by the Nor'easters, and we're off and underway. And that's going to be an over and back violation quickly called.
High intensity in here. You can really hear it right now.
That is, and picked up by the Nor'easters. It's the 47 of Greg Rogakowski. And a quick over and back there as well.
Back to back.
Back to back over and backs as both teams trying to get settled. And we apologize for a little bit of an error with our shot clock. We're going to get that sorted out here. Shot from the 11 of Connor Gammons for the Rampage. Rogakowski brings that one back up. Shot, score! And a spinner from the 68 of Maggio.
Quick offense. I like what I'm seeing so far here in NABLL play. Nice pass up ahead, and boom, first goal of the game. Did you say Rhody Rampage lost 30-6?
Rhody Rampage last week lost 30-6 to the Maine Northmen, one of the top teams in the league.
Oh, no.
As the Rampage have gotten put on defense again. Getting dumped down there was the 44 of Connor Kaminska. Scooped up and moved along by Marcus Donahue. Donahue will slow that one up. And an opportunity in transition here for the Rampage. And that's a ball out of play. And a whistle from the referees. And Nor'easters a little too fast on the start. They'll pick this one up. .13-12 left to go. Shot, score! And that's that top line that we see with Maggio and the 51 of Josh Jordan. And it's been pivotal and crucial for the Nor'easters as they get another one. It's 2-0 early on.
Yeah, great shot by number 42 there. Slicing inside, getting the easy goal. And like you said, I mean, tough start for the Rampage right now. Nor'easters really bringing some thunderous times right now.
That's a little bit below right below our broadcast position. We're tight along the boards, but upstairs here at Roxbury Latin. And that one is scooped up by the Nor'easters. Maggio trying to look for a move inside. He's going to have to peel off. He's got Abatassa. Sorry, that might be the 39 of Zach. That's the 39 of Zach Mann. Shot from the 42 of Billy O'Neill, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. Fresh shot clock. Zach Mann. Mann, as he gets defended there by Papasadero, comes right back out in the center. Loose ball scooped up by O'Neill. O'Neill shot wide. That's going to go all the way back towards the Rhody bench. And a stoppage of play. Line changes ensue for both sides as the Rampage will scoop this one up, and it's the 30 of D'Amico bringing it across the timeline. Take a look from our goal cam underneath. As you see that incoming shot attempt and coming across the line there. It was the 81 of Nate Arminio's shot score. And that's Arminio and the 3 of Mike Crow teaming up.
Yeah, nice shot to get Rhody on the board finally. And what a way to answer back. I mean, it got really physical along the boards right there. You told me about that before the game.
Or my apologies on that one. That's actually Cam Bent as I'm looking at my
81. Is that his name?
81 is Nate Arminio, and then the 2 of Cam Bent, or 3 of Cam Bent, who was in the middle there. I can't read my own handwriting today. Hard shot there on the 51 of Josh Jordan. And that one, again, carried along, flicked. Bent's going to pick this one up. No over and back violation because it was flicked by a Nor'easters player. So the Rampage had the ability to go forward. Rob Gruber for the Rampage. Gruber from distance. That goes high and wide out of play. And that's going to be a Nor'easters ball. Now we've got 2 balls on the turf, so we're going to pause for a moment. 10:58 left to go here in this first. Hard shot, good save by Crow. Crow can't find it. And it's actually in the stick of the 20 of Jake Milne. And so we were going Papasadero attempt there, and a good save on the far side.
Yeah, great chance for Rhody to tie things up right there.
Stratelski and net. Great
nice
save.
Break, but yeah, what a great save by Stratelski right there.
Egan will dump that off to Connor Schnapp. Schnapp for Rogalski. Tried to go back, it spun around, bounces up off of the turf. Bouncing shot attempt from the 4 of Bobby Carey. Shot clock violation. They want the reset. They're going to get it on the delayed penalty. So Papasadero is going to go in the box. 2 minutes for holding.
First of the game.
And we're going to go 5-on-4 for the first time today, and the Nor'easters will have the ball to start.
This indoor lacrosse is something else. Guys going on the box. It's a pretty awesome mix of outdoor lacrosse and hockey.
Rogalski works alongside with the 42 of Billy O'Neill, and that's going to be an infraction on the Nor'easters, so we're going to get Rampage ball. Gersmeyer. Olafson will hold and waits for a little bit of help. Bent at the line, tiptoeing, keeps it in, gets it to Olafson. He's going to work that across for Jason Lee. Jason Lee scored the first goal in Rhody Rampage franchise history back in their game against these same Cambridge Nor'easters at Teamworks. We'll be back at Teamworks in Warwick next week as the Rampage will host the Maine Northmen. We'll see the Maine Northmen twice next week. Once in Portland and then once on the road. Actually, we see them 3 times in the next week and a half.
Some busy schedule for the Rhody Rampage.
Well, that's the Maine Northmen. We're going to see the Rhody Rampage. I think we're going to see the Rhody Rampage twice in the next week and a half. We're going to see the Maine Northmen 3 times in the next week and a half.
A lot of traveling for these guys.
A lot of traveling for us, too. 4 teams in the New England region, in the New England. Oh, what a wicked shot from Rogalski for the goal. It's 3-1 Nor'easters.
Yeah, what a wicked shot indeed. I mean, he sniped that in there right over the left shoulder of the tender right there and gets that lead back up to 2. That's a big goal right there.
That's a huge one with 8 and change left to go here in the first. Not by any means a far-stretched game at just 3-1. As the Rampage back on defense again. Bobby Carey drops it off for Schnapp. Connor Schnapp trying to get through the defense from Gruber. Comes back across. Man. Seconds left on the shot clock. They've got to be careful. And then a fresh 30 for Rampage on the save there from Crow. Good outlet pass for Gruber. Fast break with Arminio tripping over, and he gets the shot. But a save, and they're going to call a stoppage of play. They're going to say Rampage ball. As Arminio was taken down inside the area. Gruber. Cam Bent. Bent comes inside, downstairs, saved by Stratalski. Good outlet pass there for Trabuco. He will drop that off for Billy O'Neill. Changes as Trabuco is a transition player. And they get the forwards and Ds out there. 3 forwards, 2 Ds. Normal set in indoor lacrosse. Whistle, no goal. And there's going to be a penalty called for cross-checking. And it's going to be a fast start ball for the Rampage. The Gersmeyer brings that one up. Amelia drops across Olafson. Sam Olafson got shoved out of the way. Gersmeyer from distance thought about it, sends it over for D'Amico. Flipped back. That's going to be an over and back violation, and that's going to be Nor'easter's ball, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play until we get a delayed penalty.
Let's see.
Is it going to be 5-on-4 for the Rampage? It is. It's going to be Rampage power play is the 8 of Dave Marsh is going to go to the box for 2 and see if the Rampage can break back. Restart for the Rampage. As they work that one. Trying to see if they can come inside from the corner. Right in front, and a shoulder save by Stratelski.
What a pass to set up that shot behind the back. And now we got the Reesters up and running again.
This one is scooped up Cam Egan. And that one bounced off of the glass. Pseudo X position there for Bobby Carey as they work out to Maggio. And when you're on the penalty kill in indoor lacrosse, that's what you really do, is just hold. You're fine with expiring the 30-second shot clock. You really just want to delay the game as much as you can. 1:09 left in the power play for the Rampage here. 5 and change left to go in the first quarter. 4 15-minute quarters in indoor lacrosse, if you're not familiar with the game very much. And we welcome you to North American Box Lacrosse League action on Fans Only Sports Network all summer long. As here is Bent having to transition quickly as with a bit of speed with Trabuco, and that's the transition players and what they can do in indoor lacrosse. Mike Rasmussen is the 37 as he holds for the Nor'easters. He'll flick that across. That's Rogowski as he holds. Rampage are going to get this one with a bit of speed as Gruber. Gruber trying to go all the way. He's trying to stick it. And Stratelski is right there. And a push from behind. And is this going to be a 5-on-3? Looks like the 36 of Trabuco is going to go to the box. 5-on-3 for 19 seconds. And then 1:40 of 5-on-4 for the Rampage. This is a key spot to break back in.
Sure is. And they haven't been able to really do anything on the 5-on-4. It's turned it over on their last time out. But 5-on-3 now, a whole different story.
Lot of field space. Donahue, wide shot, hits off of the glass, goes all the way up off of the wall. And that'll be a Nor'easters ball.
So what's the Rampage's record right now?
Rampage currently are 0-2 on the season. Cambridge Nor'easters, I believe, are 1-2 on the season. Or actually, I take that back. My apologies. They are 2-2 on the season.
5-on-3 just ended too.
5-on-4 for 1:25. Down shot, good save by Crow. Rampage, an expansion team into the NABLL, into box lacrosse as a whole, looking to try to pick up their first win in franchise history. Cambridge Nor'easters, a storied history in the IBLA, along with the Maine Northmen, who came over into this league in the formation of it after the dissolution, or the dissolution and the dissolvement.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the word either.
No, both of those words, actually. There was a lot of disillusion in what was going on in IBLA, and then it resulted in the dissolvement of the IBLA, and those two pieces put together what created the NABLL.
So it was like a merger?
Yeah, that's why we have teams like Cambridge Nor'easters, Maine Northmen, who have a lot of established history. And then you have the Rhody Rampage, a true expansion franchise, Massachusetts Stallions. And that one's a shot and a score, diving across from the 43 of Connor Schnapp.
Schnapp says he doesn't care about this power play for the Rampage. Just getting inside, gets another nice goal. And it's kind of been the story of this whole game. I mean, Rhody's just been struggling to pick things up. But the Nor'easters extending this lead. What a nice play and a great setup to Schnapp.
3:16 left to go here in the first. And a 3-goal lead for the Nor'easters as Rasmussen scoops that one up on transition, back on offense as he tries to. He's sandwiched by 3 Rampage players right at the bench. Donahue, Gruber, and Papasadero were all right there. So Sam Olofsson will get this one started offensively for the Rampage, looking for their second goal of the game, trying to cut this lead in half. Gersmeyer holds, trying to drop Arminio inside. They switch with Lee from the deck. That one won't go. Gersmeyer again, right off of the shoulder of Shatelski. Nor'easter's ball. Good outlet pass. Maggio, save Crow!
What a save. What a pass, too, but what a recovery by Crow to get his body in there and make that save.
Oh, this one back in transition again. 2 minutes left to go here in the quarter. Lee sends that one across. They look for the 11 of Gammons. And that one will get scooped back up by the Nor'easters instead. 34 is Ryan Conwell. As Conwell dumps that one off in the transition spot. Send it all the way back for O'Neal. O'Neal to the 43 of Schnapp, who just scored. Sends that one, and it goes off of the leg pads of Crow. Scooped back up, right back inside.
Ooh,
whoa, Crow with an absolutely wicked stick save. But it was also a goal crease violation from the 47 of Rogalski. But what a save by Crow.
What a save. He's not been intimidated at all so far in this one.
Absolutely wicked as that one bounces off of the turf from Gruber.
Really?
Final minute to go here in the first quarter. A 4-1 Nor'easters lead as Maggio lost that one. Scooped up by Zach Mann. Inside of 40 seconds to go on the turf, and another save by Crow.
Nice pass.
Inside score!
39.
It's Zach Mann.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's 5 goals by 5 different Nor'easters.
You are correct, my friend.
Quarter.
That is 5 goals by 5 different Nor'easters in the first quarter, and that's something that you don't see too often in indoor lacrosse. If you look at the Maine Northman game yesterday against Mass Stallions, and they had one player with like 7 of the 23 goals that were scored. This one is going to go into the Rampage bench. Carried up here by Donahue in the final 25 seconds to go in this quarter. Lee is holding. They send that over for Dylan wide. Off of the glass. Stays in play. Papasadero with 10 seconds left. Lee has this one. Goes downstairs. Kick save from Strzelski. That one's just going to get swept across the side of the floor. Horn's going to sound, and we're through 1. From Hennessy Rink at Roxbury Latin, it's North American Box Lacrosse League action. Nor'easters 5, Rampage 1 after 1. We'll take the break and be right back. You're watching NABLL Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
when Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, you know, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
(5-1) Nor'easters over the Rampage after one. Matt Gillis alongside Tim Duffy from Hennessy Rink at Roxbury Latin School. All right, Tim, you've had 15 minutes. What do you think?
Oh, man, this is an interesting vibe. Ron was telling me yesterday, he was saying there's a lot of hitting on the side walls, and these games are nuts. I want to see a little more hitting. I mean, only one goal by the Rampage. They got to get a little bit more physical, I think, if they want to stay in this game. And you know, they've had some good looks, some good shots, not too far off on the shot count, if I'm not even mistaken. So hopefully for our sake, we can get a closer game.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Rampage have had some interesting time of being able to be better in the second quarter. So we'll see if the second quarter comes to be their quarter, so to speak.
Let's see.
See what we get here.
Start with an exclamation point. They're switching sides on the field, too.
And we're underway in the second quarter of action. Still trying to get a scoop on the ball. Finally, Donahue's going to get that one for the Rampage, and then he tries to dump it over. That one is intercepted. And the 22, Jake O'Brien. So O'Brien dumps that off for Maggio. And a turnover, and they're going to call this one for a fresh shot clock. And a spin. Save there by Crow from the 47 of Rogowski, and Rogowski has been a thorn in this side. Oh! And a spinner and a huge hit on Gerstmeyer. And that is...
It's a late whistle, but I think that's the right call.
Josh Jordan has to be careful that he's not going to get a misconduct penalty on top of it.
It was Gerstmeyer who was going to the sideline.
Yeah, Gerstmeyer was...
a huge hit.
Gerstmeyer is the one who got his bell rung. Ryan Conwell, Cambridge Nor'easters team captain, having a conversation with the referee. Let's see what this call is going to be.
2 minutes.
This is going to, no, he's going to get four. He's going to get the double minor.
Put that 2 up twice.
They're only showing 2 minutes on the board, but the ref did signal 2 minutes. So I wonder if maybe he was just signaling the penalty to make sure they got it. Yeah, so it's 2 minutes for elbowing, and it's going to put the 51 of Josh Jordan in the box at a 5-on-4 power play for the Rhody Rampage. Save made. Did it get across the line as it squirted out the backside? They're going to say goal crease violation on Arminio.
Rhody, I mean, they really haven't had several power play opportunities in this game, and this is already the third Nor'easter they've seen in the box. Nothing to show for it so far. Let's see what they can do with this next 90 seconds.
Scooped up by Winterburn, as Winterburn holds all the way at the back line. Hard shot and a save by Crow, as that one came from the 41. Or this might have been the 43. My apologies of Connor Schnapp. Down in the corner. Worked along there by Bobby Carey. Carey behind the goal. Flips that one over. And another huge hit, and we're going to get another penalty called on Cambridge. And it's the 37 of Nate Winterburn going to the box because it's face-to-face, and you cannot do that with a player with the ball approaching.
All right, so another 5-on-3 chance for the Rampage.
Did he get?
And they'll have it for 39 seconds here.
Hang on. Did he get a major assessed? He did a 5-minute major. 5-minute major penalty to Winterburn for illegal checking.
Must have been more face-to-face.
It was dead face-to-face, and it was helmet-to-helmet, too.
The last hit sounded a lot worse. It looked worse.
No, that one was cage-to-cage, and you cannot do that. It was cage-to-cage. It's like helmet-to-helmet in football. That's why it was the 5-minute major immediately called by the referee. Rampage shot, score! It's a 30 of Nate D'Amico.
That was silky smooth right there, right off the major, and went downstairs with that one, hit the bottom right corner, and boom.
So that'll knock off the minor penalty. 4:35 left to go on the major, and that's non-releasable. So this is a spot for the Rampage to break back into this game hard. They can score at will here, and he can't come out of the box. Winterburn's in the box for the full 5. So Church against Abatassa. That one flicked out. Scooped right back up by Olofsson. Arminio tells them to settle, and the Rampage are going to go to work.
Ooh.
That one flicked right over top of Olofsson's stick. Scooped up Lee right on the backside line, and fresh shot clock. There is reset. The Cambridge bench is screaming no reset. There is reset if they thought possession was Nor'easters.
Great save by the Nor'easter goaltender right there.
Here's an open space. Abatassa one-on-one. Crow save! Crease violation. Anyway.
Crow's been putting the team on his back. I mean, making these saves, but...
Jason Lee drops to Sam Olofsson. And you are absolutely right. Mike Crow has put that team on his back today. This game could be a lot more goals than 5 if it wasn't for him. D'Amico, Donahue, can't get it to go. Arminio's going to try to scoop it up off the turf, trying to hack at it from the backside of Strzelski. It's still loose on the floor. Jason Lee comes in along the backside of the boards. Finally gets scooped up by Donahue. D'Amico from distance. Lee right at the line. Flick that one up. It's going to go into the net.
They had about 3 chances right there, Matt, to punch it in, but unable to make the clean pitch and catches.
3 minutes still left on the penalty. That major assessed to Winterburn for illegal checking. It was a helmet-to-helmet, cage-to-cage, and you can't do that. Can't do that in outdoor lacrosse. Can't do that in indoor lacrosse. Maggio dips underneath. Back behind him, he sends the pass to Lynch. Back for Maggio. Maggio for the deck. Crow, another huge save. Outlet for Gruber. Gruber sends that one all the way down. Gammons is going to have to get it off the boards. He gets bothered there by the stick of Strzelski. Comes all the way back. Gruber's got to be careful there. He went kind of high on Maggio's helmet. Hard shot, Crow again. Second attempt, shot, score. It's the 51 of Josh Jordan. It's his second of the game, and it's the 6th for the Nor'easters.
Yeah, that's 2 for Josh Jordan, and that one taking away any momentum that Rhody had for a little bit. Still 2 minutes left on the 5-minute major, but what a way to respond for the Nor'easters right there.
A shorty for the Nor'easters as they're still down. 2 minutes left on the major. That was assessed to Nate Winterburn. They're going to take their time here. Rogalski. Cross for the 4 of Carey. Bobby Carey gets that one across again. O'Neal. It was inside. They were looking for Rogalski. A lot of steps. And that one is fisticuffs between Rogalski and Papasadero. I think we're going to get coincidentals.
Ooh.
Yeah, Papasadero and Rogalski have been chirping at each other all game. And finally, they just went a little too far this time. So we're going to get coincidental minors, 2 minutes each for roughing. For Papasadero for the Rampage, and then Rogalski for, a 4 minute to Rogalski.
Wow.
Did he get called for instigation, perhaps? So there definitely was there was definitely something Rogalski did that set off Papasadero. And so Papasadero is going to get a retaliation penalty. That's his 2. And then Rogalski gets whatever the initial penalty was, and then 2 minutes for roughing.
4 minutes. I mean, 5-minute penalty almost coming to an end, and boom. Rogalski gets the 4-minute double minor, and that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, so it's going to be Jason Lee's ball, game reset, 1:37 remaining on the major. 4-minute double minor to Rogalski, 2-minute minor to Papasadero. And chance for the Rampage, Donahue, Lee, found a corner, yeah, he did, no, he didn't! Shatelski pulled it out at the last second.
What a crazy scene of events right there. I thought that rolled in at the very end, but here's Rhody with it again.
Lee. Holding. Spinning. Shot. Score on the bounce. It's the 40 of Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon. It's a good name he's got right there, and ends one of the power plays, or the penalties, excuse me, and gets Rhody right back in it. I mean, this is really good job by Rhody. 2 power play goals in the second quarter, and these next 3 minutes and 20 seconds really going to show how good they actually are. See if they can get back in it even some more.
So that should knock off. That
took out one of the guys that was in the box.
Yeah. So we should.
They didn't put the goal on the board yet.
Yeah, they're going to figure this one out. It's going to be 6. It's 6-3. It's now going to be 5 on 5 or 4 on 4. 4 on 3. 4 on 4. Yeah. So 4 on 4 for 1:26, and then Rhody's going to go back on the power play. Donahue, assistant coach at Dean College for men's lacrosse in his day job.
Is that right?
And a whistle. And too many men on the field, delay of game on the Rampage. Bench minor for too many men on the field. They got called for this a couple of times. up in Maine.
So you went to Maine to do that game?
We go everywhere.
Man.
We are the home of the New England division in North American Box Lacrosse League. The Maine Northmen who play in Portland, Maine at Cross Insurance Arena. This is the home for Cambridge Nor'easters. Teamworks in Warwick, the home for Rhody Rampage. Four Kicks in Norfolk, Massachusetts, the home for the Mass Stallions. And that is the four teams, and we go everywhere. And another shot, another save by Crow, as they have put the bench minor onto the board for too many men, and two in the box for the Rampage, as there is still 2 and change in the penalty assessed to the Nor'easters. So a lot of red numbers on the board right now, Tim.
A lot of red numbers indeed. You got a whole lot of penalty action going on.
We'll try to keep that as put together for you as we can, as there's a hard shot from the 51 of Josh Jordan, scooped up before the line. Connor Kaminska way deep. That's going to be an over and back violation. The Rampage ball, as they'll pick that one up in the corner for the fast start. One penalty is about to come off the board for the Rampage in about 8 seconds of time. Papasadero is going to come out of the box. Hard shot from the 40 of Dylan. Papasadero is out of the box. And it's about 4-on-4 for 45 seconds. Crow standing tall and getting popped. And I mean popped right on his elbow was Winterburn, and Winterburn was the player who was responsible for that huge hit that caused the 5-minute major. And that's a 5-minute major on the retaliation call. You can't go after the player who went after one of your players and do that from behind against the boards. So Rhody's going to get called for a 5-minute major, no question there.
Threw him right along the board from behind him.
Yeah, so Sam Olofsson.
Shot.
Yep. So Sam Olofsson goes to the box for 5 minutes. And that's going to negate anything in terms of power play. Timeout is going to get called by Rhody Rampage to set the stage. 7 minutes left to go here until the half. 6-3 Nor'easters over the Rampage. You're watching NABLL Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is, when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion, or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, you know, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
Seven minutes left to go till the halftime. 6-3 Nor'easters over the Rampage. A lot of red numbers on the board right now as the penalties have just piled up, as the physicality of this game has piled up as well.
Sure has. We've seen a lot of big hits, seen a lot of red numbers on that board, like we were just saying, a lot of penalty minutes in the second quarter. I mean, it's really picking up intensity-wise, and I said at the beginning of the second quarter, if Rhody wants to get back in, they're going to have to be more intense. But a 5-minute major for hitting the back, not going to do it for you that much. So, but 2 goals in the quarter for Rhody, outscoring Cambridge in the second quarter.
And we've seen that before, ironically, against the same Cambridge team, game 1 of the season. Rhody had a better second quarter than they did the first, pulled the game almost all the way back to level, and then all of a sudden, the second half, the third and fourth quarter, became all Nor'easters, and we ended up with a 21-9 final score. That one actually went off the side of the referee's head. Unintentional there. Inside shot, score! Maggio hits one for the Nor'easters, and it's 7-3.
That was a great setup on the power play. Found Maggio right in the middle, all alone. And that was an easy goal, getting it past Crow right there.
They're going to call 4-on-4 for a minute 27. And then it's going to be a Nor'easters power play for about 2 minutes. As Church and the has that one get pulled away from him, and the Nor'easters are back on offense. Hard shot, saved by Crow. Good attempt there from Josh Jordan, looking for a Hattie.
For that first half Hattie, that would be the first one I've seen in NABLL.
We've had a couple of first half Hatties.
Sure there are.
They have not changed the scoreboard. It still says 6-3. Egan takes this one down for the Nor'easters. Egan stuck a little bit, sends one. Crow, save from the other side, score! As Egan's shot bounced right off, and it went across to O'Neill. Yeah, Billy O'Neill.
Number 2 for him.
And it's 8-3.
Who's gonna hit the Hattie first, him or Jordan? What do you think?
I don't know. You got Josh Jordan on 2. You got Billy O'Neill on 2. I mean, it's possible.
Let's see. Get some good action here. And back-to-back strikes by the Nor'easters, breaking this game wide open again. They must have heard what I said about the Rampage outscoring them this quarter. That's 2 goals.
Face-off violation by
the last 80 seconds.
The Nor'easters. And so it's going to be Rampage ball. In 23 seconds, it's going to be 5-on-4 for the Nor'easters. Gammons lost that one. He just dropped it off, and Gersmeyer wasn't looking exactly where he was supposed to go. Gammons. Do we have a delayed penalty? The arm has been up from the referee for quite a long period of time. Shot clock went off. I think we're going to get a delayed penalty. I think it's going to be against the Nor'easters. It is. Mike Rasmussen's going to the box for 2. Illegal check to the head.
See that? 3 minutes, 10 seconds, and 2 minutes right there. A lot of head play in the second quarter.
So Donahue and Lee will start this one for the Rampage. Back to 4-on-4. D'Amico. Lee. Mentioned this back in the first quarter. Jason Lee scored the first goal in Rhody Rampage franchise history in the first quarter of their game against these Cambridge Nor'easters in Warwick. Trying to dive across the net there.
Jordan wanted it right there.
Josh Jordan wanted it. 1:18 left on the man advantage penalty, or what would have been the man advantage, my apologies, for the Nor'easters. That got negated. And in about a minute, Rampage are going to have a penalty for about a minute with 4 minutes left to go here in the half. Lee inside of Minio. No! Big save by Strzelski. Carried out. Trabuco still with it. Came across. He was looking for Carey. Kaminska. Winterburn. Can't get that one to go. Saved by Crow. Yard sale on Gorman. He scoops his stick back up. From behind, trying to loop one around. Crease violation called. And scooped back up by the Rampage. No one on transition. Got to be careful. Here comes Egan the other way. Tipped it off, and they couldn't complete the tic-tac-toe with Rogalski.
It was right there to Rogalski.
Egan, Crow across for a save.
What a save. Tough setup for Crow. I mean, he was putting some tough trouble. Got double.
Careful, he's got Gorman right there, spinning around. Gammons couldn't turn it. 50 seconds left in the man advantage. 2:45 to go in the quarter. Egan scoops this one for the Nor'easters. Right in front. Shot, score!
Rogalski.
It's Rogalski picking up the 9th of the game for the Nor'easters. And a shorty for him with 2.5.
And they had that same thing set up on the previous possession right there. Up front to Rogalski, right in front. Rogalski right in front of the net. Missed it last time, or couldn't make the catch last time, and this time reels it in and gets the easy goal past Crow. That's 3 in the last 4.5 minutes for the Nor'easters, and they're really tearing this thing open right now, Matt.
2.5 left to go here in this first half, and a 6-goal lead now for the Nor'easters. Donahue scoops that one up. Rampage are going to try to see if they can do something here. No, it's going to get sent the other way. With a bit of speed. And that one right in front, shot, score! It's the 10th of the game for the Nor'easters, and nothing you're going to be able to do about that one.
Forgot we had the other camera, Matt.
You forgot it, I didn't, and the people watching at home on the broadcast haven't, because they saw that goal right in their faces.
Really? That's a good shot.
We were on that goal camera.
Who's 39? He's the one who scored the goal.
39 for the Nor'easters is Zach Mann. So that's his second of the game.
Yeah. Let's give him some love.
A lot of people sitting on 2. This one's going to bounce. Got to be careful here. Turning in the corner, score. It's Rogalski. That's a hat trick for him.
It's 2 goals in 37 seconds for him. 3 goals. 37 seconds. This is getting out of hand right here for the Rampage. The Nor'easters lighting up the scoreboard. 5 unanswered goals since the 7-minute mark. Unbelievable.
So Abatessa against Church. Back at center with a minute and change left to go here until the half. Face-off violation on Abatessa. It's going to be Rampage ball. That one's going to bounce away. Conwell scoops it up for the Nor'easters. Egan holds here. Drops that off for Maggio. Maggio. Connor Kaminska. Maggio, inside shot, score! That's a hat trick for Maggio.
What a play, getting through multiple defenders there, taking a shove on the shot. And that's the equivalent of an N1 in box lacrosse right there. With contact, getting it home. And the onslaught continues here from Roxbury Latin School. Roxbury Latin, by the way, this is one of the nicest schools I've ever been to in my life. This is looks like a D2 college, this campus.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy driving onto the campus this morning, and I was like, wait, I'm going, what? This is a high school? What?
Yeah, like, geez.
What? Wait a minute, what?
Looks something like my high school.
Inside diving across there and not able to get one was Tim Dillon, as that one got blocked away by Stratelski in the final minute to go here before the half, and dumped on the boards. And are we going to get a penalty called? Olofsson's going to go to Verboarding.
Yeah, he got his man going up the far sideline, shoved him right in the back there. And he'll be in the box the rest of the half.
And then some, because there's only 50 seconds left to go. So he's going to be in the box for the remainder of this half and the beginning of the third period as well. 15-minute intermission coming up at the half here. Maggio spins that one over, scoop back up. That one is grabbed by Gruber. Gruber went through. Maggio hit Gruber. Are they going to? No way. Wow.
What happened?
So Maggio went to go after Gruber. Gruber evaded the check, and then Maggio hit the boards. They're going to call Maggio for the boarding penalty anyway.
He's not a big fan of that call.
No, that was him who hit the boards himself. Gruber evaded the check, but I guess the intent.
Enough to draw him in the box.
I didn't catch it completely because I was looking at Gruber. I'm wondering if Maggio left his feet going for the check. If he did, the ref has to call it.
Now with 20 seconds left, let's see if Rhody can just milk this call and beat the buzzer.
Arminio. D'Amico. Buzzer's going to sound. D'Amico. Pinned in the corner. Can't get it. It's the end of the first half. It's 12-3. Nor'easters over the Rampage after 2. They'll take the halftime break, so we will as well. You're watching North American Box Lacrosse League action on Fans Only Sports Network.
Back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. In through the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. In through the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. In through the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. In through the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. In through the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
12-3 as we welcome you back for the third quarter of action here at Hennessy Rink at Roxbury Latin School, and the Nor'easters well over the Rampage, and a lot of red numbers still on the scoreboard. Tim Duffy.
Yeah, start this second half at $1:32 for Nor'easter in the box, and minute 7 for the Rhody Rampage player. Some good action though from the Nor'easters at the end of that first half. 6 unanswered goals to end the half, and see if they can continue riding the hot hand.
So we start with in the 42 of Billy O'Neill. All right, fresh shot clock as Church brings this one for the Rampage. Lee. Sends that one to the turf. And now we've got our shot clock on our scoreboard working correctly. Papasadero and a reset, and that one's going to be caught up in Strzelski's leg pads.
You have to put that back on.
And a fresh shot clock for the Nor'easters to start on offense. Connor Schnapp drops that one from Rogalski. Rogalski a hat trick in the first half. Part of the 12 goals. That one's going to bounce into the Rampage bench. Rampage ball, 13:41. And 10 seconds left on the advantage. Gerstmeyer is going to hold this one. Over for Lee. To Miko, and we're back to 5 aside for the first time in quite a while. Olafsson bounced that one, and that will go into the netting, and it's going to be Nor'easter's ball. Transition play, 1-2 score! Maggio hits another one, and it's lucky number 13 for the Nor'easters.
Got the Baker's dozen now, 7 straight for the Nor'easters, and Maggio with another one. Great feed up ahead to set them up. And with 13-13 left, 13-3 game.
In the third quarter.
Look at that.
It's a lot.
Oh, I got to get a picture of that before the clock moves.
Can't even call that one. 13-13 left. 13-3
got
in the
flick.
third quarter.
Some good numerology right there.
Gruber's fighting for it. Nowhere to go. Still not controlled. Now finally we're going to get it, and shot clock and a save made. Scooped up. Man works with Egan. And the 51 of Josh Jordan. Jordan sitting on a pair of goals. Crosses that one over for Billy O'Neill. Egan says, I've had enough with Gruber. And Egan and Gruber are going to go.
Oh.
Gruber finally gets his helmet off. And we've got a good old-fashioned, we've got a good old-fashioned Major Indoor Lacrosse League style scrap.
Come on, let them fight.
This is Buffalo Bandits, Philadelphia Wings style back in the day.
I have no clue what you're talking about there. Oh my goodness, man. That wasn't telling you. I said that sometimes it gets trippy. You guys take their helmets off. Man, I wish they were able to throw some punches. Maybe they'll exchange some words as they both get some more red up on the board.
Well, if you're a fan of the indoor lacrosse game and the history of the indoor lacrosse game, you go back to the late 80s, early 90s. Major Indoor Lacrosse League, now known as the NLL, still exists today. And you can go back and you can see when the game was the way it was back then. You know, you talk about like hockey in the 70s and all the, fighting and everything. that would go on and stuff. And we had some absolutely epic brawls in the MILL back in the days in the 80s and 90s. And that was what that was about to look like. That looked like a good old Philadelphia Wings Buffalo Bandits scrap, or you had, Bandits against the Rochester Nighthawks. The old school box lacrosse teams from way back in the day that still exist today. Buffalo Bandits still play in the NLL today. Philadelphia Wings were the New England Black Wolves for a hot moment before there was an expansion team that came back as the Philadelphia Wings. The New England Black Wolves team, which used to play out of Mohegan Sun, is now in Albany, New York, as the Albany Firebirds.
Have a power play now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
5 minutes on the board for Cam Egan. 7 minutes on the board for Rob Gruber.
But D'Amico just joined Gruber in the box. I think he's going to get a separate 2.
Gruber might be ejected.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a major minor. So it's a 5-minute major, 2-minute minor, and so that's going to get served. 5-on-4, and if a goal gets scored, it'll pull that 2-minute minor, and there it is. From the 47 of Greg Rogalski, his 4th of the game. And that'll release D'Amico from the box. And so we're gonna have 5-on-5 for 4:35. Yep, as they put the 4:35 up on the board and then release the original, and so now we're 5-on-5 for 4:35. And that is still trying to get controlled. Still under control, and now finally controlled. And Cambridge tries to work with this one. Josh Jordan dropped off. Hard shot from O'Neal. Good stop by Crow. Rampage will try to carry this one back up. Jason Lee works for D'Amico. Gammons. Yard sale from behind by the 34 of Ryan Conwell.
What a play by Conwell to knock that ball loose.
And if you're unfamiliar with lacrosse, when you get a player that comes in like that defensively and just checks not only the ball but the stick completely out of the player's hands, we call it a yard sale. Crow was looking off in the corner, and it was a hidden ball trick. They thought, and so did the entire Rampage defense, that Rogalski had the ball in the corner, and instead it was actually the 51 of Josh Jordan from behind, and he scores it for the goal number 15.
Never seen anything like that before. I haven't been around the game of lacrosse too long, but, Crow just staring into the stars right there.
That was
never saw it coming. But
that was a lacrosse version of the hidden ball trick.
With the fumble Ruski right there. Well, that is it's now a hattie for Josh Jordan. That's 3 in the quarter for the Nor'easters, less than a third of the way through.
Yeah.
Things getting ugly, Matt.
Crow and the entire Rampage defense thought that it was in the corner in Rogalski's stick. That one is a hard shot from the 39 of Zach Mann. 15-3, 10 to go. Shot, score underneath through the 5-hole. It's the 43 of Connor Schnapp.
Another one for Schnapp. Snapping through that tee. A laser. You said it right in the 5-hole for number 2 today for him. A lot of goal scorers on this team, man. This is a very deep Cambridge squad.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, and this is why I'm really excited to see this Cambridge team against the Maine Northmen in 2 weeks' time, because those two teams, the amount of offense on those two sides, we're in for a doozy when those two teams stack up against each other. Maine Northmen, Cambridge Nor'easters played against each other earlier in the season. It was 17-12. And I'm going to be excited to see how that comes up. Appears we have lost our goal camera down there behind the net. We're going to figure that one out in between quarters, but we'll go from up here instead.
From the way it's looking now, you're lucky the Rhody Rampage are going facing towards our goal camera this quarter. They have not had any offense here.
D'Amico loses the ball there. It's scooped up and carried along here by the 47 of Rogalski. Rogalski fires, saved by Crow. Papasadero on transition. And if you sometimes hear that counting coming from a bench, they're trying to talk time over and back violation called. You got 10 seconds to get the ball across that mid-line. A lot of teams, it'll take about 4 or 5, even if they're moving slowly. On the deck was O'Neill. Goes up high instead. Spin, back, shot, score. Connor Kaminska adds his name to the score sheet. And it's 17-3.
We're in the territory now. We got a 2-touchdown lead. Got a little football score in our hands. 17-3, and that's 11 straight goals. And not only 11 goals for the Nor'easters in early. This started at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. They've scored 11 goals, really in the equivalent of less than a quarter of game time right now, dating back to the end of the first half. Rhody's just got no answers for him right now. And just think, these young men are still in the box right now.
Face-off violation against Avatassa. It's going to give the ball to the Rampage. Lee will dump that one off for Olofsson. Olofsson is going to hold here on the outside. Out of bother there from the aid of Dave Marsh. And a shooting violation called on the Rampage. Nor'easters ball. Maggio holds Izzy, bothering Carey. Pushes him out of the way of center. Comes back. Zach Mann, cross, fired. No shot clock reset. Maggio sends one. No shot clock reset. Shot clock goes off. So shot clock violation on the Nor'easters as Gersmeyer carries that one back up. Lee will have it. Lee worked with Arminio and Gammons. Donahue along the line for Dillon. A hard shot. That one went wide. Scooped back up by Lee. Donahue right at the top of the crease there. Lee tries to Superman across, and they're going to say he stepped before he went, so it's going to be a Nor'easters ball as Lynch will bring that one across the timeline. They'll dump that off for Josh Jordan. Switch, and Crow is going to make the save there. Whistle, and it's caught in Crow's padding. Ball finally pops out. Olofsson for the Rampage. Six and change left to go here in the third. Nor'easters are certainly, there's a deflection there. It's not going to be called for an over and back violation. Instead, it's going to be scooped up actually by the Nor'easters in a goal. Antonio Trabuco, the transition player, does what a transition player does. As he scoops it up and brings it on. They're going to pull Stratelski for Concerillo. So Cirillo's going to go in net with an 18-3 lead. Certainly space for him to get some play time.
For sure. It's been a tough third quarter, man, for the Rampage. But Nor'easters are so fluid on offense, making it look so easy. Getting down, creating shots themselves, and once again, here we go, Maggio.
Maggio tries to dump that one off for Connor Schnapp. Can't connect. They've got to be careful. Shot score.
Right, what a snipe.
And it's the 37 of Nate Renneburn.
That might have been the prettiest goal of the game right there. I mean, squeeze it in, thread the needle right there on the left side of Crow. And just saying this, that's 13 unanswered. This is getting out of hand, Matt.
Face-off violation on the Nor'easters, and I get scooped up by Gruber. And that's sometimes what happens in indoor lacrosse, and especially when you have a established team, that's an over and back violation. When you have an established team like the Cambridge Nor'easters, we talked about this coming into the game. Nor'easters have been around, played together. A lot of these guys have been on this team for a number of years, played in the IBLA. Multi-time New England region, Northeast region champion. A couple of IBLA championships to their name, and looking for their first NABLL championship to add to the trophy case. Against the Rhody Rampage, a true expansion franchise. Some of these guys on this Rhody Rampage roster playing indoor lacrosse for the first time in their careers. Right upstairs, and a good save by Crow. Four and change, and a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Pushing and shoving right there.
And looks like we're going to get a penalty called. Another one. And looks like it's going to be the 97 of Gruber.
Going back in the box. He's already spent a lot of this quarter in the penalty box. And
another double minor.
Wow.
So 4 minutes for Rob Gruber back in the box. And Cambridge has got opportunity to stretch this one even further. It got through. Goal for the 39 of Zach Mann.
So was that 4 for him or 3? I don't even know. It's tough to keep count at this point.
Yeah. I think that might be 3 for Mann.
It's a hat trick in the very least.
It's 20-3, and the Nor'easters are 1 goal shy of their season high for goals in a game. They had 21 against the Rampage. back in game 1 of the season when they won 21-9. It's 20-3, and there's still a whole quarter left to go.
Yeah, whole quarter and change, 19 minutes. Let's see if Cambridge takes their foot off the gas pedal a little bit or just keeps raking on some goals for at least the end of this third quarter.
I thought Maine was going to do that, and it ended up being 30-6. That one's going to get through on the back door. That's the 42 of Billy O'Neill, another one for him.
This Rampage squad, they're just looking tired right now. I mean, every single face-off is taken by Nor'easters, and they're just going up and down the field at will.
I think part of it, too, is you look at the depth of these rosters, and you look at the number of players on the Nor'easters bench versus the number of players on the Rampage bench, and this is, again, that establishment that we were talking about. And, we're going to be in a situation, I think, through the rest of this season where we're just going to see this happen with games that you have Cambridge against Rhody, Cambridge against Mass Stallions. We're just going to see that happen until the expansion teams, quote unquote, which is, Rhody Rampage is a true expansion team. Mass Stallions having moved from Albany, New York area, until we see them kind of click in and get themselves together. Here's Marsh off to the races, saved by Crow up into the netting, and that will reset the game clock and the shot clock.
I'm sure he wants a goal. He hasn't scored any of the 21. A few of these guys who haven't, and they're going to want to get on the phone. We saw a couple of newcomers to the club here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Dave Marsh, one of those transition players for the Nor'easters, and not too often do you see transition guys score in indoor lacrosse unless you get a super breakaway. Marsh had the breakaway there. Couldn't get it. They'll reset the shot clock on the turnover. And that one's going to be scooped up by Jake O'Brien. Works that one forward for Cam Egan. Egan bothered by Olofsson. Bounces off of the boards there. Drops that one for the 47 of Rogalski. Rogalski holds it. Takes his time to Zach Mann. Mann saved by Crow. 2 and change left to go here in the third quarter. 21-3 Nor'easters over the Rampage. As we close off another week of North American Box Lacrosse League action here on Fans Only Sports Network. The Mass Stallions against the Cambridge Nor'easters. Massachusetts Stallions yesterday against the Maine Northmen. Cambridge Nor'easters today in this matchup against Rhody Rampage. We will see the Maine Northmen, the Mass Stallions, and the Rhody Rampage next week on NABLL action, as there's a shot and a save by Crow. And we'll talk about that and the minute and change to come. That will bring us to the end of this third.
The shot count we have is funny right now. It says 13 shots.
Yeah, our shot count is.
It's probably about 50.
Our shot count is off. We kind of had a bit of a shot count error in the first quarter, and it kind of just destroyed knowing where in the world we were on the shot count.
And it was close though, the first quarter and change.
It was close the first quarter and change, and then it just kind of got away. And the goal count is correct, and that's the more important thing.
See how a lot of these bullet lacrosse games start, at any level. Gets close at first. Oh! Accidental goal!
I think that really was the 42 of Billy O'Neill trying to make a pass, and somehow the ball just curled and went in the upper corner of the net.
Yeah, he was trying to get Maggio right in front of the net. And just like that, that was something else. I mean, I can see too many things like that, especially for the 4th goal of the game for him. Kind of just sums up how it's been going for the Rampage today.
So Maggio was streaking across. O'Neal was trying to throw it to Maggio, and it just curled in instead. 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Shot clock will be off as there's now only 15 left to go. Dylan tries to bring that one up. Goes over top for Gammons. Dylan holds with 5 seconds left. This is going to take us to the end of the quarter. That's going to be the third, as there was calls for shoot it, and they don't, and it's 22-3 at the end of the third. One more quarter left to go. Let's talk about next week and where things are going to go in North American Box Lacrosse League action here in the New England Division. Next Saturday, Maine back up at Cross Insurance Arena in Portland as the Maine Northmen take on the Mass Stallions. It's Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Rhody Rampage will host the Maine Northmen at Teamworks, and that game I think is actually Teamworks in Tiverton. That's going to be Sunday the 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can catch both of those games right here live or on demand. Fans Only Sports. That's Fans Only SPORTZ.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FOSPORTZ. Your home for New England Division North American Box Lacrosse League action throughout the remainder of the regular season, and we should, after this evening, sometime around tomorrow or Tuesday, be getting the nuggets of news regarding the playoffs for the New England Division, the Northeast region, as that will come out from a GM's meeting that's about to happen on the close of this weekend. And we'll have all that information for you on Fans Only Sports. It's fansonlysprtz.com. We'll have dates, times, and where that's all going to take place as these teams quest for Columbus, Ohio in the end of September and the NABLL Championship weekend.
Hopefully we'll be there for it, Matt.
I am hoping that we will be in Ohio to bring all the action. And hopefully we'll have a New England team, a New England Division team maybe there.
Yeah.
Win the Northeast Division, the Northeast region, my apologies. Win the Northeast region and you get a berth to Ohio, and then there'll be each of the division or region winners will end up into that national championship tournament, and I probably am going to get hit over the head by NABLL Commissioner Justin Otto if I get this one wrong. I believe there are 4 divisions inside of the Northeast region. I'm going to check myself on that one. Hopefully before
Mr. Otto won't be too upset with you.
No, I believe there are 4 divisions with inside of the Northeast region, and what we're going to end up having is we're going to have the winners. That one sneaks in from the 51 of Josh Jordan.
I don't even know how that snuck in. So many goals just sneaking through the back of the net this half. That's 17 in a row. 17 in a row. I don't think I've ever even seen this many unanswered points in any game I've done for Fans Only Sports Network. So
yeah, I don't think you'll see that in like hockey or lacrosse. Maybe you see that in football, obviously, but
that's it. Just indoor lacrosse and football, probably.
Yeah, right. Yeah, indoor lacrosse and football.
I think I saw a lot though when I was at LaSalle versus NK, and we left at halftime because it was 19-3. I think it was like 5-3 early. So this just took the lead.
LaSalle East Greenwich. I know exactly what game you're talking about.
No, I had LaSalle NK on.
Oh, you had that one. Oh, yeah. There's another goal
O'Neal
from the 42 of O'Neal.
That's 6. I think it might be 6 for him. Either 5 or 6. Like we were just saying, it's been tough keeping track of how many goals. Look at that, 3 touchdown lead for the home team right now.
Well, the Cambridge Nor'easters have hit and surpassed. There was in a game, it was 21 when they had against the Rampage. Highest in the division this season is 30 by the Maine Northmen in the 30-6 game against the Rhody Rampage that we broadcast a couple of weeks ago up at Cross Insurance Arena. So the Rhody Rampage, unfortunately, as the expansion team, are on the bad side of some history markers in the New England division.
Yeah, there's some growing pains for an early team in their history. I mean, we saw a lot of teams before this team. They'll figure things out. They were in it the first quarter and a half, and then kind of just melted away since. If they can just keep their pedal on the metal and just stay in tune. Yeah, that one hit his hand. Then
we talked
here. Oh,
I talked to Rhody Rampage team captain and co-GM Chris Gersmeyer earlier in the week, and we were talking about this exact thing, the fact that this is a brand new team, and a lot of these guys on this Rhody Rampage team, it's their first time playing indoor lacrosse, so there's the adjustment to the game from the outdoor style into this fast-paced indoor style. Everybody's short sticks, no long pole D guys, and a lot of ball movement. So there's some growing pains that the Rampage are going through, and then it's hard when you're in a space like this New England division, which is kind of a massive. Oh! Throwing one hard the other way, it's Mike Lynch.
Just another one. Mike Lynch adding his name to the column. Score is getting on the fun. 25-3. This is. Whew.
They're going for the 30 burger.
30 burger.
They're gonna try to match them.
They might be able to get 35, 40 maybe.
They're gonna try to match the Maine Northmen.
Let's see. I think we might be in for some history right now.
Shot saved by Crow. Trying to sweep one was Winterburn. And then that one gets saved.
That's 3 marvelous saves by Crow. Definitely a highlight for a team that's really struggled to do anything.
Yeah, you gotta
30 minutes.
You gotta say something for what Mike Crow has done in net tonight, and it's just goes to show.
He's taking an absolute beating tonight. That's what he's been taking. Whole lot of shots. And what a
Winterburn moves that one. Tried to thread the needle there for Connor Schnapp. Ball bounced free. This one is going to be a delayed penalty on the Rampage.
Yeah, Gersmeyer just grabbed him from behind. Tried to look like he was going to strangle him for a sec.
Shot, score.
Jordan again. It's too easy right now.
26-3.
He's grittying. Oh!
And the gritty coming out.
I want to get you gritting on the camera.
No,
real quick.
No one wants to see me gritty. This is us right here from our broadcast position. Up top on Hennessy Rink.
Hennessy Rink. Great name of this arena, by the way. Hennessy Rink.
I knew where you're going with that.
Like when you sent me the location, I saw it was Hennessy Rink, and I was like, wow, is that really what it's called? And then I thought about it later in the car, and I was like, no, there's no way it's called Hennessy. And then boom, get inside, see that Hennessy Rink. Might as well just show it right now. Hennessy Rink. Now they're off running again.
There's another spin. That one's going to go right across the side of the post, and a reset on the shot clock as the Rampage are going to bring this one out. Donahue.
The Nor'easters just move so fast. I mean, it's so tough for the Rampage to keep up with them.
Arminio Gruber, tic-tac-toe, can't get it to go.
Ooh. All right, Dr. Seuss.
Arminio. Lee has that one drop off. Goes in the, around the backside corner was Gruber, and then Gruber gets taken down. Shot clock violation over and back. And Marsh is not going to get the advantage there on the fast start. They were trying to go fast start, and yeah, you can usually get that. But with what was going on back down here in the corner, they weren't going to give that to Marsh. Carey, 10.5 left to go here. And seconds on the shot clock for the Nor'easters. They're not concerned if they get called for a shot clock violation. That goes off of the knee of the 4 of Bobby Carey. Outlet pass for Gersmeyer. Gersmeyer is going to carry that one across. He tried to send it. Instead, that gets flipped around. And it gets picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien for the 43 of Connor Schnapp. Schnapp has had a bevy of goals today. Rogalski, man, O'Neill, Jordan, Maggio. It's like, who hasn't scored today for this Cambridge team as that one gets blocked away.
Yeah, I think these guys do want 30 on the board.
They're at 26-3, their highest of the season, with 9.5 errant throw. And a restart down in the corner. That one trying to go across as they were looking there for the 44 of Kaminska. And a shout out to Connor Kaminska on this Cambridge Nor'easters team, as that one snuck right on the backside corner. Number of these players on the both Cambridge and Rhody Rampage team as the season has gone on started following us on Instagram, and we appreciate the follows from not just the teams themselves, the league, but the players as well, as we work to be able to grow the North American Box Lacrosse League in the New England region. This is the inaugural season of the NABLL. Our maiden voyage in indoor lacrosse for Fans Only Sports Network is the maiden voyage of this league.
You got that right.
Hard shot.
It's nice to be a part of the inaugural season.
Watch out here as Gruber's got free field the other way. Gruber, shot, score!
Finally. It's about time it ends the long run, and what a shot on the fast break from Gerber. Thought he was going to pass it for a sec, but that breaks the 20-0 run.
Looks like our radio signal, our satellite signal just went wonky for a second there. The wonders of technology as we work to bring this game to the masses. Olafsson will scoop this one. Hard shot from Lee. Resets the shot clock. And we continue along. Carey. Open space. Score.
Just too easy. I've said it many times, but they've had so many just wide open one-on-ones with the goaltender. This Rhody defense, they got to get back. Haven't really been able to, and definitely have a smaller team than the Nor'easters. Might be a little more gassed, but just too many of those over and over and over again. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't have a goal before that, did he?
Carey did not have a goal before that. That was Carey's first of the game, so he adds his name to the sheet of Nor'easters that have scored. Cam Smith, 5 consecutive birdies on the back 9, beat Rory McIlroy to win the Open Championship.
Should have put some money on it.
First major win for him. We cover everything. Oh, D'Amico! Nate D'Amico A highlight reel from the corner.
That one was pretty. Squeezing it over the top, left shoulder of the backup goaltender right there, and boom. It's 2 in the last couple minutes for the Rampage. Starting to find their rhythm late game. See if they can tack on a few more, but that was a laser and a snipe right there from D'Amico.
And put Donahue against Abatessa. And that one gets scooped up by Marsh. Marsh got kind of dumped down. That one is bounced across for Kaminska. And there's a elbow. And that's going to be Rampage ball. As Gruber and Olofsson are going to start that one out. Olofsson underneath Arminio trying to go for one. Dillon tried to get that one off the boards, could not. 27-5, 5:55 officially on the clock left to go. And quick transition here by O'Brien. Cross, back, and Lynch couldn't hold on to it. Shot, score. On the rebound, it trickled around to the 39 of Zach Mann. He hits another one, and it's 28-5.
So, Reester's really approaching that 30 mark we were talking about with just under 6 to go. They have a really good chance of getting past Portland's milestone this season of 30 goals.
30 is the New England divisional record, which was the Maine Northmen against this Rhody Rampage team last weekend. Olofsson works this one in the corner. Olofsson bodied out there hard by the 37 of Winterburn. And we're going to get restart, and Egan headed the other way for the Nor'easters. Trying to scoop that one up on the bounce was the 42 of Billy O'Neill. 5 left to go. Shot, score! And it's a Rampage goal. And it's the 30
back to back
Nate D'Amico. That's a hat trick for D'Amico.
Hey, he's been one of the lone bright spots of this Rampage team today, but it's a great play, great setup, nice pass up ahead to him. And this is what Rhody needed the whole second and third quarter. They had none of it really. And 3 goals in the last few minutes, starting to just pick things up. Might be some garbage time goals when you look at the box, but should be good going into next week.
That'll get scooped up. Josh Jordan. Jordan works this one along. Jordan down in the corner again. Maggio is up top. That one gets ripped. Shot clock violation. And it's moved along here by the Rampage. Gruber. Hard shot wide. That's going to bounce off of the glass and go out of play into the netting. O'Brien will scoop that one up. 4 and change to go. Maine Northman Mass Stallions, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Fans Only Sports Network from Cross Insurance Arena. And Portland, Maine is diving across the net, and another score. That's the 42 of Billy O'Neill. Another one for him. It's 29. And the Nor'easters are one short of that 30.
That'd be 7 for O'Neill.
Is Abatessa waving at us up here in the booth?
Not quite sure.
Abitessa was
That's
just.
why I'm waving at something.
Yeah. Abitessa was just waving over in this direction. I was like, what up, dude? Connor Abitessa's waving at us up in the booth. 29-6, Nor'easters over the Rampage. 3 and change left to go here in the fourth. This is Connor Abitessa, scoops that one off of the turf. And he, along with Maggio, go to work. Mike Maggio, a couple of highlight reel goals for him when we saw the Nor'easters both times against Stallions and then also against Rhody Rampage. This is the third time we've seen the Nor'easters, and ironically, this is the Nor'easters' 5th game of the regular season. So in a weird way, the Nor'easters are 3 games from the end of the season right now. And they're going to be sitting at 4-1 come the end of this game.
Unless they blow this lead.
Their only loss on the season was the opening game, that 17-12 game against the Maine Northmen. That's an over and back violation. And we're going to get a penalty called. Well, that's one of the great things about being on stadiums like this or arenas like this, where you can actually hear things that are getting yelled from the field. And that was the 13 of Greg Dwyer getting sent to the penalty box, and one of the other Nor'easter players yelled at the ref, "Watch out, he's a lawyer."
That was funny. It's good to have some good banter in these type of settings, especially in a blowout game like this.
Yeah, that's one of those things about indoor lacrosse, and it kind of goes to these niche market sports. As Lee fires one there, and we've heard that, you can go through indoor lacrosse history and you hear these stories about, the money level is not there yet in sports like these, and so you've got a lot of these guys that are working regular day jobs. And then, they're playing the game, and it's for the love of the game. I think, John Grant, who played for the Rochester Nighthawks for a number of years, was a school teacher and then would play pro lacrosse on the weekends.
It's pretty crazy, man. That's the love of the game right there.
That is the love of the game.
Oh.
Shot clock sounded. And we're going to get a shot clock violation called.
Stay with the Nor'easters. It was a trip by...
Yeah, they're going to call a reset there, and it was the 33 of Papasadero got called for the trip. So this one gets scooted around. Hard shot, good save. And the Rampage are going to carry this one out. Gersmeyer carries this one across. 1:17 left to go in this one, and 29-6. Hard shot from Olafson. It's underneath the leg of Cirillo.
So this is the last chance, really, possibly to tie the record.
Are they going to get 30?
At 30.
Wraparound, ball's loose from Olafson. Still loose. Scooped up by Carey. Checked out. Carey's going to scoop that one up. Carey sends it in. Spinning. Shot. Save. Made.
That could have been it, Matt.
Maggio. There's 25 seconds left to go. There's no shot clock. There's a spin from the 42 of O'Neill. That's going to get scooped up by the Rampage. Olafson's going to leave it. Carey's got it in the final 13. Cambridge is just going to walk this out.
They don't care about a record. They care about W's.
The W is going to go to the Cambridge Nor'easters. They're going to pick up their 4th win of the season. That's going to be the final score, 29-6. The Cambridge Nor'easters are going to go to 4-1 on the season. Rhody Rampage are going to fall to 0-3. And the Nor'easters have 3 games left to go in this regular season. And at 4-1, you got to think about this one. One of those games is against Maine Northmen, who's the only team that has beaten them this season. The other 2 are going to be a game against the Mass Stallions, and then actually I think are both against. I think would be
2 against Mass Stallions.
I think would be the 2. Right, would be 2 against Mass Stallions. So when you think about it in this respect, there's only really one game that's going to be a bother spot.
Yeah.
For the Nor'easters,
the Maine Northmen
is going to be that Maine Northmen game. It was 17-12 last time they played. So you also know what to expect, too.
They're going to have them here next time, right?
They're going to have them here because they played that game in Maine. So you get the home cooking, so to speak. And we'll see how that one turns out. But if you say take the Maine Northmen game, drop that off, that takes them to 2. You add in a couple more games, they could literally end up at 6-2 at the end of the season, and that puts them in prime spot for the 1 or the 2 seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see how it all lines up, and this Nor'easter team looked today like a 1 or 2 seed for sure. 20 unanswered goals today from the 2nd to 4th quarter. Just an offensive onslaught by Cambridge, and I think any team that plays these guys, you have to be scared of them.
Where do we go from here? Maine Northmen, Mass Stallions. Next week, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Rhody Rampage, Maine Northmen on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch both of those games right here on Fans Only Sports. It's fansolnysportz.com. That is the end of week 2 of NABLL Lacrosse here on Fans Only Sports. We thank you to the over 1,000 people who have tuned in over the last 2 weeks to watch NABLL Lacrosse, and we hope to see thousands more as we go through the rest of the regular season. For Tim Duffy, I'm Matt Jolas. Thank you so much. We'll see you Saturday from Portland, Maine for more NABLL Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network. Good night.